Hey guys, what's up? It's Oliver here, and we are continuing with more Featherbent Chapter 2. This time we're going through John's part of the story.
The second highest layer of the strata, the canopy, exists just beneath the treetop territories of the royalties emergent. Generous amounts of sunlight and rain make the canopy the most hospitable and populated layer. Marketplaces of the commercial district bustle at its core. Close-knit communities pepper the outskirts. Living spaces are highly envied, meaning constant competition between citizens. Residents of the larger and more popular nests are limited to individuals determined enough to fight for their ground. The canopy, of course, provides Vriska home amongst hundreds of other hunters. Once in a while, however, a perch manages to prove themselves worthy.
Ah, yes. Is this gonna be Dave? John flutters, landing on the main branch, keeping Dave's gramophone propped up. Yeah. His back turned to John, Dave immediately begins bobbing his head. There doesn't seem to be any source of music around. Finally, Dave turns around, offering a smirk.
Oh shit, look who finally decided to bless the Strata residents with his presence.
Hey Dave, sorry I haven't been around much. I've been busy with stuff for the suite.
I really like Dave's background music, personally.
You know how it is, gathering token and all that.
Yeah, real subtle there, Eggbird. Just an FYI, I was swinging by circuits later to drop mine off.
Cool. What did you get her?
I'm not telling. Once in a while, you come up with a gift so pants-shittingly awesome, you decide to keep it a secret to save everyone else the shame of coming to terms with how inadequate they are. And you better believe this is one of those times.
You made her a CD, didn't you?
No.
Yes.
Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you or your lame-ass bags of tea leaves.
You're lame.
But your face is lamer.
Man, good insults, guys. Keep it up.
So what exactly is Mr. Lameface doing all the way out here anyway? You're about 3 clicks east of Circuit's heaving bosom. You lost or something?
Why are you bobbing your head like an idiot?
I was honestly expecting him to just go like, what's up with the head bobbing? Not that exact thing, but I love it.
Just moving with the music.
What music?
Oh, you know, just the marching band outside. It's in my head, numbnuts. What do you think?
Oh, that music.
It started when you walked in. It's pretty cool. I should write this shit down.
Right.
Hey man, wouldn't kill you to learn some rhythm. Speaking of, how's your song coming along?
Horrible. I think I'm tone deaf. Shouldn't I hold off on composing a song until after I found my mate? I mean, it's not like I'm in danger of falling into that territory anytime soon.
You're missing the point. Perches like you and me, we need to be prepared for this shit. Ready for when the moment hits. Picture it. Moonlight overhead, gentle breeze, softly rustling leaves, then, bam! Just you, your whistling, and the person you want to pork for the rest of your natural life.
Ew. Dude, you don't even have a song. Don't you just beatbox at that one girl you like?
Psh, do you think I'm blowing my muse-giving talents on one lousy song? You gotta be kidding me. It's called being versatile, Eggbird. It's not like everyone in the strata is born with my mad composition skills. Giving your song to someone's a big fucking deal for normies like you, bro. When and where you do it sets the tone for the entire relationship. You gotta put everything into that proposal. Your heart and soul.
Dave, I believe you're talking out of your ass.
More than likely. Doesn't he always, though?
Yeah, but I had you going for a while, didn't I?
Good to see your nest is as spiffy as ever.
Better be. I polish the damn thing 3 times a week. Girl's victim to some wear and tear, but she still got a song or 2 in her.
This thing can still play music?
Oh, damn.
Damn right it can. But the last time I broadcasted my beats, I got issued 6 challenges from hunters who wanted to burn my fucking house down.
Oh my god. People are really trying to fight over that, huh?
For the record, I wasn't disturbing the peace. I was improving the silence.
Yikes. No wonder you and Jade are the only ones who live in the canopy. It must be dangerous up here with hunters wanting your space all the time.
Well, it's not like a hunter can just barge into your home and throw up a flag whenever they feel like it. Challenging someone for their nest is a formal process. There's paperwork and shit.
That didn't seem to stop Vriska.
Besides, Harley's got guns, I've got swords. It's not like we don't know how to fight.
You mean you actually know how to use those shitty things?
Ah, the swords are shitty.
Duh, Bro got us this place. He'd kick my ass if I lost it to some asshole hunter. Oh, and fuck you. Don't diss the swords. At least I'm not living in a 3x3 tree hole that smells like mud.
Alright, I get the point. How did you drag a gramophone all the way up here anyway?
I just told you, Bro did it.
But why would...
John. We don't question why Bro does things.
Why not?
See, that's your problem. You ask too many questions. You shouldn't waste time worrying about every little detail. Just go with the flow, and you're good to go. For example, Bro flies out one night. Says he needs to buy cigarettes. Day after he leaves, I meet you. A week later, I meet Harley. That was 5 years ago. Have I seen him since then? No. Does he even smoke? Hell no. Did he even bring any money with him? What the fuck do you think?
So bro was just like, yeah, I gotta make up the shittiest excuse ever and leave this fucking house for good. Leave your sorry ass to defend yourself.
Did your dad and my bro get together one day to go on a 5-year-long cross-country crime spree filled with sex, drugs, and scandal like some kind of fucked up Star Trek without the exploration and mostly just trolling for booty?
Yes.
I don't know, probably not.
I hope somebody wrote a fan fiction about that.
Point is, I'm not worried about it. Because you know what the moral is, John?
What?
Say it with me now, boys and girls. We don't question why Bro does things.
I'm sorry, Dave, I didn't say it with you.
The end.
That was a really shitty story.
Hey, nobody said he was a good storyteller. He just says he's good at composing music. Which, to be fair, I don't actually know.
But you sat there and listened to it anyway. The hell's wrong with you?
Request a basket.
Dave, I need a basket.
Didn't I just lend you 3 last month?
Yeah, but it's not for me this time. It's for a friend.
Right. A friend. Look, you already owe me for 7 baskets this sweep. My supplier ain't so thrilled about the idea of you running a tab. Can't be caught doing any more handouts, bro. If I let Lalonde get any further up my cloaca about this, I'll be walking with a fucking limp.
So Lalonde's the one that supplies him with the baskets.
I'll give you one of the cranberry muffins Briska and I made together.
I've got coil weave, plated weave, twinned weave, and splint weave. Is it functional or decorative? What kind of material looking for? Come on, Egbert, fess up.
Man, same though. Like, honestly, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. And then someone would be like, I've got food, and I'd be like, okay, what do you need?
I don't care. It just has to be a certain color.
Which one?
Pink.
I think I'll go for the pink one.
Dude, what kind of friends are you making?
Can I just have the frickin' basket, please?
Dave retreats to the shadows of his nest. He emerges a few minutes later, basket in hand.
You know what? I got nothing. Just take the stupid basket. Pleasure doing business with you, even if you didn't actually pay me.
Thanks for your help. May the sweet bring you to great heights.
I'm not saying the thing.
Dude, just say the thing.
What if I don't feel like saying the thing? What if, by initiating this holiday-themed farewell, you are actually deliberately forcing me to do something against my will? Are you gonna forget not to look down if I don't remind you? Is it bad luck not to reply? Will the almighty Lord and Muse descend from the skies and smite me for my insubordination? Do I have to spend the rest of my life clutching skulls of the ancestors and praying for
Oh
forgiveness?
my god, Dave, just fucking say it.
Oh heavens, I did not warn John about looking down. How could I? May the deities have mercy on my poor eternal bird soul.
I love the sass. I love it.
Fine, you don't have to say it.
Don't look down.
God damn it, Dave.
I love him. I love him so much.
Navigating to the forest floor is challenging enough in the daylight,
Stupid asshole.
even when using the secret pathways John had memorized over the years. Yet the journey proves exceptionally more difficult under the glow of a quickly fading sun. Basket in hand, John jolts with every poke, nick, and tear. Hidden branches and unseen thorns steal against him. It's dusk when he reaches the floor, but by the time he remembers the sequence of the twists and turns he'd taken to stumble upon the strangest nest, the moon glow pours dull white across the clearing. The stranger is no longer lying beneath the tree, but his sickle still rests in the grass nearby. Figuring the other boy will be back eventually, John has a seat, propping himself up between two thick roots at the base of the tree.
What is up with you and Vriska and making yourself at home in places you don't belong? This is basically the same freaking thing Vriska did at your house.
And there he waits, and waits, and waits.
What are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, hey. Wow, I must have dozed off there.
He looks really pretty. I want to cosplay Carcat.
I couldn't wait until tomorrow.
Blinking the sleep from his eyes, John tries to focus. The moonlight frames the other boy's form, revealing a row of bright red flight feathers at the base of his muted gray wings. He looks weary. What was that in his hands? Was that a shovel?
Whoa, you're a hunter?
Of course I'm a hunter. When was that ever in question?
Well, your wings. I mean, hunters' flight feathers are different from the rest of their wings. They're always cast-colored. But hunters don't come in red.
Apparently they do.
Thanks for the biology lesson. Any other brilliant fucking insight you'd like to share?
What's with the shovel? Isn't it a little late to be grave digging?
What are you doing here?
I brought you muffins, dude. Muffins and tea. Actually, I just brought hot water since there are tea leaves down here. But then it took way longer than I expected to make it here, and since I fell asleep, I'm guessing it isn't so hot anymore.
Way to fucking go, John. The stranger's eyes dart back and forth, from the neatly packed basket with the thermos wedged at the side to the expression on John's face, searching for a revelation of true intent between cold muffins and a tired smile. Sighing, the hunter resigns, standing his shovel up in the dirt. He seats himself a couple of feet away from John, close enough for conversation, but distance enough to bolt in the other direction at any given time. John grabs a muffin and nudges the basket over in Carcat's direction.
You actually brought me a hand-weaved basket.
Not just any hand-weaved basket. A pink hand-weaved basket. Like you said, remember?
And the sarcasm is matched.
Did I? I don't remember half the shit I say. It usually just pours out in an acidic pool of short-sighted vitriol. I don't know whether to be flattered or creeped out you even paid attention.
Aww.
Are you that not used to people actually listening to you?
Don't make me sound pathetic.
Keeping an eye on John to make sure he's eating as well, the hunter takes a muffin from the basket, giving it a sniff.
Cranberry, right?
Hell yeah. So, do you have a name, or what? I'm kinda tired of referring to you in my head as that red-feathered guy who lives under the tree.
It's... Carcat.
Just Carcat?
For all intents and purposes, yes. Just Carcat. So... John Egbert?
Egbert.
Right. Egbert. Is that one G or two?
I don't get it.
Oh, it's a joke, see, because...
Aw, you're trying so hard, I love you.
Never mind.
Carcat takes a bite. John fails to keep himself from smiling.
So, how goes life?
It goes.
Cool. Nice setup you got under the tree, by the way. I didn't think I'd ever see a nest more cramped than mine.
That's because it's less of a nest and more of a fucking hole in the ground. But it keeps the rain out, so whatever.
How did you end up down here anyway?
It's a long story I don't feel like getting into right now. Won't be getting out anytime soon anyway.
Oh, come on. Don't you have dreams? Aspirations? Stuff you wanted to be when you grew up?
I don't know if you've noticed, but my options are kind of fucking limited. I can't afford to waste time planning things that aren't directly related to my survival.
But Why are the Imperial Guards even keeping people down here in the first place?
It's not that hard to keep people down here. Whether it's one reason or another, no one on the floor can fly.
Aww.
Wait, you can't fly?
Nope. I was cast out before I ever got the chance.
Want me to teach you?
What?
I'm a great flyer, but if you haven't ever used your wings before, your muscles are going to be too underdeveloped for you to use them. You'll need to do some exercises before we start.
Yes, teach him how to fly.
We also need to get you eating better so your flight feathers stop falling out. I don't know if you even have enough to fly right now. If I can get you off the ground, you're probably not going to be able to carry yourself very high for very long without getting tired. But we can definitely try.
Could you slow the fuck down? I haven't agreed to anything yet. What makes you think you're even qualified to pull this off?
Because I had an awesome teacher. Vriska showed me all the ins and outs of beginner's flying.
She taught you how to fly, too?
Yeah! Well, it wasn't so much teaching as it was her picking me up and dropping me from heights until I figured out how to work my
Aw.
wings. But I will not do that to you, I promise.
Okay, you better not be dropping him out of trees.
Vriska. Vriska Circuit. The same Vriska Circuit you came down here to get tea leaves for.
Yep. She also helped me bake all these muffins. Why? Do you know her?
Unfortunately. But teaching you how to fly, baking muffins, hosting you during the sweep, it doesn't sound anything like the Vriska I knew. Either she's got you under some bizarro fucking mind control, or you and her are...
What?
Nothing. It was rude of me to imply.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Vriska and I aren't like that. She just helped me out during a really hard time. She's an amazing friend and all, but between you and me, she can get a little intense sometimes. Not a spirited, impassioned, caught in the moment sort of intense, more of a I will break holes in your roof with my giant badass sword if you piss me off kind of intense.
Has she done that?
Oh, there's the Vriska I used to know. I was wondering where the hell she went.
How do you know her anyway?
She was a friend of mine.
You're going to have to do better than that. Dude, I made you muffins.
It's not a big secret or anything. It was just years ago, when we were kids. The only reason I knew the Great Vriska Circuit was because she spent all of her free time with my best friend, dragging her around to revel in immaturity.
Oh, so you and Terezi were really good friends then.
Called themselves the Scourge Sisters. Juvenile bullshit, if you ask me.
Sounds like you were just jealous.
I was not.
Oh, you were so jealous. Big time.
Would you be jealous if your friend found someone to commit murders with?
Vriska killed people?
They both did. I don't know how many people or how often it was, but I distanced myself from that side of her. Murder wasn't the only way they wreaked havoc either, trust me. Anyway, we were all young and stupid. It was years ago. Things have changed. I doubt either of them even remember my name.
Are
Aww.
you afraid your best friend doesn't remember you?
That's the exact opposite of what the fuck I'm afraid of.
What?
Here's an idea. Let's talk about something else.
Oh shit.
Dude, why do you keep looking at me like I'm about to bite your head off? Do you still not trust me? Because you can totally trust me,
I want him to trust you.
even if that is exactly the kind of thing someone untrustworthy would say. Not that I'm untrustworthy or anything, I just don't want you looking at me sideways like I poisoned your muffin with cyanide or something.
You keep digging yourself into a deeper and deeper hole, boy.
I didn't poison the muffins with cyanide. If I did, I'd be dead too. We're eating from the same batch.
Just shut up, John.
Not that it would be particularly difficult to make
John.
separate batches.
John.
Make sure I only
John.
eat the untainted ones and... Oh wow, I'm explaining myself really badly here.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not trying to kill you. Please stop looking at me like that.
Your face is bleeding.
What?
John touches a hand to the side of his cheek and feels a line of dried blood beneath his eye. He scratches at it instinctively.
Crap, my must have nicked myself on the way down here.
I thought you were the expert flyer.
I am. I'm sorry I don't have super awesome night vision like you hunters do.
Stop picking at it. You're making it bleed more.
I can't help it. It's itchy.
Oh my god, now Carcat's turning into like the mom friend.
You're getting blood all over your face.
You're exaggerating. It's just a scratch.
Look, you said there's plain water in this thermos?
Yeah, but...
Carcat's already tearing off a strip of fabric from the end of his own cloak. He twists open the thermos and tilts it sideways, bunching the bundle of cloth near the opening. The fabric darkens as it grows damp. Carcat leans forward to raise the cloth to John's face, but draws his hand away a split second after.
Is it alright if I... Because you can't see it, so...
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Holding John's chin with one hand, Carcat tilts John's head to the side, dabbing the wet strip of cloth against the side of John's face. John winces as the cloth brushes around the reopened wounds on his cheek. Carcat is surprisingly gentle. John makes an effort to look off to the side, into the darkness, trying to find some interesting pattern in the moonlit outlines of leaves, some captivating subject in the shadows, but his line of vision drifts around and around until it settles on Carcat. In that moment, Carcat looks far less intense, his brows relaxed, eyes fixed on the task at hand, hint of a tongue peeking out from behind lips pursed in concentration. Carcat glances over to find John staring at him. John doesn't break eye contact. Carcat's hand stops moving.
Hello.
Hi.
From this angle, it kind of looks like you have a unibrow.
Gee, thanks.
Oh my god. Carcat goes back to cleaning John's wound. John goes back to trying to find shapes in the dark. Carcat speaks up again.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me the truth.
Go for it.
Why are you being so nice to me?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Start thinking.
Oh. Well, I guess it's sort of because I've never had the chance to help anyone out before. My dad raised me, but he left before he showed me how to use my wings. I couldn't do anything to stop him from leaving, and I can't do anything to find him. Then it was Vriska who taught me how to fly. She's looked out for me all this time. Kept tabs on me, made sure I was going in the right direction and not getting involved with wrong things. I started realizing how I never did anything for myself anymore. And so a couple of sweeps ago, I took a page from my friend Jade's book and I started going exploring.
Ooh.
I started escaping to places no one knew about. Places where no one was hovering over me all the time.
Man, I didn't realize you had that side of you, John. Why is this happening again?
And then today
Okay.
I found you. And I thought, maybe if I could help this one guy, even a little bit, I'd stop feeling so useless.
So that's what I am to you. A charity case.
No.
Some kind of helpless pet you use to get over your own self-esteem and independence issues.
What? No. It's more like I finally have the power to give someone else a break for once. Because Muse knows I can't do anything to help anyone up there if I tried.
The other boy pulls away, wrapping the wad of blood-stained cloth into a ball.
Carcat?
Carcat doesn't look him in the eye for the next part.
Did you want to spend the night here? I don't have bedding, but if you use your cloak as a blanket, the leaves make half-decent pillows. You can take the left side. I'll take the right.
Aww.
I figure it's a better alternative to breaking your neck trying to get back home in the middle of the night.
Are you inviting me to a sleepover?
You know what? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm fucking doing. Let's gorge ourselves on muffins by the light of mushrooms and talk shit about people we don't like.
Is that what people do at sleepovers?
Fuck if I know. I've never had one before.
Neither have I. I've never slept anywhere that wasn't my dad's place.
It's up to you. I just thought I'd offer. You can leave the muffins out here. It's dark inside and one of us might end up stepping on them or something.
Without further ado, Carcat squeezes himself into the crawl space beneath his tree. John considers going home, but the sting in his cheek reminds him of the possibility of getting injured even further while stumbling through branch-laden pathways in the dark. John quietly follows Carcat into the crook. The crook is much deeper than John expects. He topples into the corner.
Ugh!
Oh yeah. Watch your step.
Gee, thanks.
John rights himself. Save for trace beams of moonlight spilling in through the opening overhead, it's nearly pitch dark beneath the tree, making it difficult to see. The area is also considerably cooler, being underground. Pressing his back to the left wall, John wraps his cloak snugly around himself before lying down. The space beneath the tree is not quite big enough to accommodate them both. The bottoms of John's shoes nudge the edge of Karkat's, and they both reflexively curl into themselves, putting an inch of distance between them while they both mutter quiet apologies. There's silence for a while.
I'd go with the horse-sized duck.
What?
This morning, you asked me if I'd rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses. I'm going with the horse-sized duck because a stampede of 100 tiny horses would be fucking terrifying.
Yeah, but what if you tamed them? Then you could have a stampede of 100 tiny horses as pets.
What good is taming a horse you can't even ride?
Slave labor.
Oh. Egbert, I get the feeling you've spent a little too much time thinking about this.
I have a lot of free time on my hands.
There's a muffled sound of Karkat adjusting himself, nestling into the leaves. If he squints, John can just barely make out the edge of cloak Karkat ripped off, tattered and loose-threaded under the moonlight. John absently touches his wounded cheek in the dark.
Good night, Karkat.
Good night.
The word sounds unfamiliar to Karkat's voice. As he falls asleep, John wonders about the last time Karkat's got a chance to say it. Aww. I love them and I want them to be best friends. Ooh. I like this music. It's like pretty chill piano music.
Excuse me?
Who's this?
I've been waiting for you to wake up for a few hours now. It's kind of important that I talk to you. Hello?
Wait, ow! Did you just throw a muffin at
Oh,
my
it's
head?
Tavros.
Sorry. You were breathing, but you weren't responding, so I thought you might have been in a coma.
And you test out that theory by throwing a muffin at my head?
Well, it worked, didn't it?
Who are you?
Tavros Nitram, captain of the floor patrol. I'm in charge of searching for people down here who don't know about our community. Like you, Mr.
You can call me John.
John. Alright, yeah. I've never seen you before. I didn't know Karkat had a...
A what?
This conversation's making me uncomfortable. Let's pretend I didn't bring that up.
He thinks they're dating. Oh my god.
Okay. How do you know Karkat?
Well, I'm part of the patrol, which means I walk around a lot to scout. And I kind of found him by accident during my routine rounds. He spends almost all of his time ignoring me, though.
Oh.
Almost?
Almost. I've been visiting him on and off for several months, trying to get him to join our community instead of, isolating himself way out here. But he never spoke to me, at least not until a few weeks ago. I'll never forget what he said. My name is Karkat Vonta. If you have a modicum sense of self-preservation, you will run north. You will run north until your legs give out and you sleep where you fall. You will keep doing this until the sweep is over.
Oh my god.
If you're still alive by then, come find me. It was very poetic. Actually, I had the feeling he rehearsed that. I thought over what he said for a while, and I came back today to ask him about it. But I guess he isn't here.
That is really freaking creepy. I wonder why he said north.
Well, if you were to run, north makes the most sense, since the Imperial Guard's headquarters is in the west, and the further south you go, the more predators there are.
And the east?
The east is nothing but tea leaves. Everyone knows that.
What's the floor patrol?
It's a group that acts on behalf of the main community, to find more members like the people abandoned down here so they don't think they're alone. Actually, it seems heroic, but it's not as impressive as it sounds. I'm the only member of the floor patrol, and it's kind of a boring job. How long have you been down here?
John opens his mouth to explain he was just a visitor, but immediately decides against it, not wanting to risk further compromise of his pathway's secrecy. If Tavros lets its existence slip to the rest of his group, it could spell out disaster.
A day or two. Pretty new around these parts. I don't even remember how I got down here. Wouldn't you know it? Complete amnesia.
Would someone with amnesia remember they had amnesia?
Who are you again?
Oh, Tavros. Tavros Nitro. I'm sorry to be the one telling you, but no one comes down here because they want to, since the forest floor is where people are exiled.
People like criminals?
Oh no, nothing like that. If you commit a crime, you just have to pay penance, or perform services for the royalty and the emergent to make up for it. If the crime's really bad, they'll just, the floor's where they put people, well, people like you and me, I guess. The old, the sick, the injured. You're probably here because of your obvious mental shortcomings.
What?
Damn, get dunked on, Egbert.
Most people who get relocated here can't fly, but those who can get their wings clipped before they're taken. Anyone who can't fly is floored. It's an awful pun to base lives off of, but the Grand Hybrid's sense of humor is questionable, at best.
Who's the Grand Hybrid?
What? Oh right, you're a perch. You wouldn't know much about Hunter government. The Grand Hybrid is the Emperor of the Strata. He has been ever since the Purple Coup a few years ago, when he overthrew Empress Patience for the throne. With the Emperor's reputation for instability, I thought a lot of things would change under his rule. But aside from this new decree of outcasting the unworthy, nothing's changed. Nothing at all. And I always found it weird.
Huh.
The decree itself must be recent too, since no one I've met down here has been here longer than 7 or 8 months. Myself included.
Karkat told me he's been here for years.
Years? I don't know how he's managed for so long. Resources are hard to come by, not to mention all the predators looking around.
Why is Karkat down here anyway?
No offense, but have you looked at the guy? Hunters don't have red feathers. He doesn't fit in with the caste system. He's here because he's a mutant.
Jesus, okay, calm down, buddy.
I think it might be why he doesn't want to associate himself with the rest of us. He's embarrassed, which is a shame since we're preparing for the sweep and an extra set of hands would be helpful.
But why do you guys celebrate the sweep? Aren't the people responsible for creating the holiday the same ones who sent you down here?
That doesn't matter. The sweep is about being together, celebrating what you've earned and what you've survived, and that you will survive as long as you're able. Where better to celebrate than here?
But this is such bullshit. Royalty or not, they can't just throw you or us down here like trash. Don't you have any family or friends who will fight for you?
Nah, people like us, we don't normally have very many friends. I don't even have many friends down here. Well, except Dante.
Dante?
He's my pet, but I guess pet's not the right word exactly. He doesn't live with me, and I don't feed him, and he comes and goes as he pleases, but I feel this kinship with him, you know?
Can't say that I do.
Wow, does amnesia make you really boring? Because that's what you are.
Oh my god, Tavros is really laying it on him.
Hey, dude, I'm not the one making kinships with animals. Is that even legal?
What? Oh gosh! You are a horrible person, and you should feel horrible about what you just said. I don't want to recruit you as part of our community anymore. I'm gonna go now, before I get any more uncomfortable.
May the sweet bring you to such great heights.
Don't look down. Oh, my muse.
Oh my god, John. It's only then John realized that both Karkat's shovel and the basket of muffins were gone. Apparently Karkat had left him a single muffin for breakfast. Unfortunately, it was the one Tavros assaulted with him not 15 minutes ago. Where had Karkat gone anyway? John makes a few mental notes. If Karkat had in fact inhaled the remainder of the muffins, he no longer has any food, not to mention little water left over after taking care of John's injury. He decides it couldn't hurt to bring down some supplies from home while the day was young.
John didn't expect Vriska to still be at his nest when he returned.
Risk? What do you...
Alright, and
How long
then this is
no big
the
deal.
whole thing that we already saw with Vriska's part of the story, so I'm not gonna re-go through it again. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this. I'm probably going to continue playing this because I'm really invested in this personally. So yeah.